Hello, everyone. But before we begin, I'd like to conduct a brief survey, and please tell us what is your goal? What do you want to achieve by launching Apple Search Ads? Please tell us. And while you answer, let me tell you about Hily's goals. We have two main objectives: maintaining a positive ROI and scaling our campaigns. And I can proudly tell you that we've been achieving these goals for the past 9 months. And in the last 3 quarters, we've successfully increased our Apple Search Ads spend by 30% each quarter while maintaining a stable ROI level. My name is Maryna Orobets. I am an Apple Search Ads Manager at Hily dating app, and I have been working in marketing for around 10 years. And I have diverse range of experiences. I worked both in agencies and on the client side with web and app marketing, and with both startups and established businesses. For the past 9 months, I've been focusing on Apple Search Ads, and I'm delighted to be able to concentrate all my efforts on this network. Today, I'll share insights with you that have allowed Hily to achieve such fantastic results and how you can apply our approaches to your apps. But before that, let's discuss your answers. Please, event team, show us the poll results. Oh, now we see that the first option increased the number of installs. This option is winning. We see that this option is the most relevant for our audience, and the next options concern a smaller number of our viewers. So, well, today I'll do my best to meet all your needs. Next, further. Today we'll discuss how proper campaign structuring can help you improve your ROI. We'll look into brand, competitor, and generic campaigns separately. Next, we'll explore how custom product pages allow you to reduce your bids and win ASA auctions. Next, we will examine the technological solutions available in the market and how you can use them to scale and optimize your campaigns. And lastly, we'll move on to automation solutions, which can solidify your results and reduce the time spent managing campaigns. So let's go to the campaign structure. After studying our own experience and that of competitors, we found a campaign structure that maximizes efficiency. Here's how the budget should be allocated. Brand campaign could take 15-20%, competitors campaign could take 25-35%, and generic campaign could be 50-60%. Such a ratio is not a fixed rule. Each company is looking for its ideal setup. For Hily scale, this scheme works best right now, and I will further explain this approach separately for each type of campaign. So let's go to the brand campaign. Yeah, on the slide, I listed the key metrics that must be tracked in a branding campaign. They are relevant to other types of campaigns as well. However, for branding campaign, they are crucial. Our main goal is to find the right balance between protecting our brand and maximizing the cost effectiveness of the brand campaign. If it doesn't always make sense to bid on 99% of impressions for your brand keywords if it results in a negative ROI. It's better to target 80-90% of impressions with a positive ROI. The auction in Apple Search Ads works so that it will never allow one advertiser to purchase 100 of the impressions for a particular keyword. Therefore, controlling the cost growth of each additional ad impression and monitoring profitability is critically important. So let's discuss the generic campaign. Characteristics of generic campaigns we've encountered in our work. The first characteristic is that generic campaign, unlike brand campaigns, the generic campaigns are scalable. Another feature is the huge number of keywords that can be used in generic campaigns. It's crucial to establish a testing process for these keywords and form an effective core. That's why balancing high search popularity keywords and with low competition keywords is essential. The final point is the intense competition for high search popularity keywords. Of course, these keywords require significant bidding, but we have an opportunity not to spend all the money in the world. For such keywords, we prepare custom product pages. CPPs boost our adoption rate and enable us to win auctions. So let's go to the next slide. Working with competitor campaigns can be challenging, especially when large competitors fiercely protect their brands. To address this challenge, you can. The first is to use the CPP method. Your custom product pages will never be more relevant to a competitor's product than their own CPPs. But you can try to create separate CPP tailored to a specific competitor. Your CPP should demonstrate how your product can satisfy the needs of users who want to meet their needs through your competitor. And also, you can use the keywords method. Explore and utilize competitors who may not have brand protection strategies. There are various strategies for working with Apple Search Ads in the market. Not all competitors decide to protect their brand. So keep your finger on the pulse and monitor as many competitors as possible. Now, let's discuss another component of growing ASA campaigns on Hily, custom product pages. But before that, let's take a short break. And the question to our listeners, please put a plus in the chat if you are using CPP. If you are not using it, put a minus. Thank you for your answers. Thank you for your activity. A lot of pluses. We see that, interesting answers. We see that many users use CPP. I hope the next information will help you to improve your results. And we'll let's return to the slides. So we dedicate much time to generating hypotheses, generating CPPs, testing, and analyzing results. So let's discuss what to do and what not to do with CPP based on Hily's experience. First, let's cover best practices. The first best practice is CPP is a fantastic tool for testing variations of your default page. Before changing the default page, use CPP to identify which creatives have the highest TTR and TR. Then, the next point is that the features on your product can attract different types of users. Consequently, these users may use different search queries to find your product. This is an ideal time to utilize CPP. For example, an app for planting may have the following features: plant care instructions, plant watering tracker, and plant recognition. And it's worthwhile to create a separate ad group with relevant keywords and CPPs for each of these features. And the last one, consider the interests and needs of your users. Let's use Hily CPPs for the example for users searching for meet new people and long-term relationship. Creating different ads groups and relevant CPPs is essential. I'll now show you examples of such Hily's CPPs. Yeah. Now you see custom product page for the search term meet new people. On this CPP, we don't focus on romantic relationships. The custom product page is neutral. And the next slide. It's the CPP for the search term long-term relationship. This CPP is very different from the previous one. We vividly illustrate relationships and talk about them in the headline. And now, let's discuss what not to do with CPP. Sorry. The first one is to avoid comparing CPP results and the default page results. These pages are shown to different types of users. Almost always, CPP will outperform the default page. Test CPP sequentially and compare CPP to CPP. Next, don't be afraid to make significant design changes to CPP. Minor design changes hardly affect the results. Test designs and messages that differ from each other. And the last, don't rush to conclusions. We test CPP for at least 7 days to cover all days of the week. Allow CPP to gather of a sufficient amount of data before drawing conclusions about its effectiveness. Now, let's talk about Hily's marketing technologies. We use internal analytics system to see all metrics from tap-through rate to user lifetime value and ROI. We have set up dashboards for all levels of advertising campaigns, starting from the account level to individual keywords. This enables us to respond to market challenges and make data-driven decisions quickly. Regarding additional tools, there are various third-party tools available, but we use SplitMetrics tool and are satisfied with the updates and additional features. On this slide, I've listed the features we use most frequently. We are excited about the latest updates. The daily share of voice assessment allows us to optimize brand campaign bids more effectively, and market intelligence reports help us better evaluate the market. You can build your scaling strategy taking into account your competitors' approaches. So, next, I provide more information about automation. The key rule of automation is to understand how your actions impact results before starting automation. You should answer questions like, what happens if I increase bids by 10%? What about 20 or 50? What will occur if I adjust bids daily versus only twice a week? How much time, clicks, and spend do I need to confirm that the data is reliable and not random? And which metrics could indicate that something is broken? What alerts can I set up to track these metrics? After you answered these questions, move on to automation and create rules that will free you from routine work. Templates will guide you on which rules to start with. So I hope that the insights I've shared with you today will help you achieve your marketing goals, seek your perfect campaign time balance, test new keywords and custom product pages, automate processes, and leverage new technological solutions. I'd be happy to connect with you and discuss further. Feel free to add me on LinkedIn for experience sharing. And now I see that we have additional time for the Q&A session. Thank you for your activity in the chat. It's really great. David, please read out the question from our listeners. I'm ready.
With pleasure. By the way, first of all, before I do, what a session. Thank you so much. Everybody, can I get obviously a clap, a virtual clap for Maryna? Thank you so much. Okay, the first question from Gabrielle. How do you deal with increased competition when scaling Apple Search Ads campaign?
Thank you for this question. Indeed, competition in SA is constantly growing. More and more advertisers are discovering this network and launching their ad campaigns. and this trend will intensify. So I think that competition will grow. I see two ways to win auctions. The first one is to increase the relevance score through custom product pages and test new CPPs to boost TTR. It will help you to win the auction. And the next one is to improve the monetization of your product, worked on increasing the user lifetime value. So this will enable you to raise bids and win more auctions too. Yes, this is two main idea that I have.
Great. Excellent. Second question. What strategies do you recommend for localizing Apple search ads campaigns effectively? Good questions.
Yeah, thank you for this question too. Also, I didn't discuss localization today. It's a crucial aspect for us at Hily, and I like to share our key principles. The first one could be the first one is to translate your CPPs accurately and, if possible, get help from native speakers. Also, next, use visuals that your audience can relate to, like images or their surroundings and people. Also, you can customize your CPP with region-specific keywords for better search visibility. And maybe the last, adjust your CPPs to fit local holidays, traditions, and humor. Be mindful of local rules and sensitivities. And the main is to remember that it's not just about translating words, it's about connecting with your audience in a way that matters to them. That's all.
Yeah, great suggestions. Great, obviously, insights there, Maryna. Okay, last one. How do you effectively manage budgets when scaling Apple search ads campaigns?
Thanks. I manually control the budget of the campaign level, and the main principle here is not to allow your daily budget to be exhausted in less than 24 hours. Such limitations prevents the algorithm from working optimally. If you hit the daily budget limit, you have two options too. The first one, you can increase the size of the daily budget so you don't spend the entire 100%. And the second one, stay within the daily budget, but reduce keyword speeds so you don't spend the entire budget. That's all.
Excellent. Excellent insights. Excellent presentation. Thank you so much for being with us today. Really, really appreciate it.